Now, I have a question from a huge Bears fan who works for us here at VonAllen Sports. He wanted to know what your favorite moment as a Chicago Bear was.
There's been so many.
Well, what are a few that stick out to you?
I would say my first moment of running out of the tunnel as a Bear.
On Soldier Field.
I could barely even see. It was so sunny outside, but you would have thought it was a thunderstorm. That's how hard I was crying behind my face mask.
Really?
So, it meant so much that, like, I finally made it. Like, it's happening. And no one knows the fear for every athlete that he goes through until he gets to that point. You know, everything is, everything is almost real. You play preseason, but you haven't quite made it in the NFL yet into that first place. So you're really trying to make it there with no injuries, with nothing off the field happening. And I made it. And when they introduced my name, it was like the first time I said in my mind I was going to the NFL. It finally all matched up.
God, that must feel great. And you know what? It did work out. I mean, you set a record for the highest contract extension at your position in history.
Yes, sir.
That must have been pretty awesome as well.
Yeah, it was cool. It wasn't enough. After like 6 months later, Albert Hanger was coming to get $100 million.
Yeah,
I had the same deal on the table for 80 if I waited one more year or took it with another team, and we didn't. And all the other agents that said they could get it, I didn't believe them, so I stayed with Drew Rosenhaus, and we ended up just taking the 40. And then like 6 months later, Albert Hainsworth came and got the $100 million.
Which that, of course, ended badly anyway for him as far as a player goes. I'm not even sure what happened with him. Like, I know there was some issues about, was he lazy or didn't want to work or something?
I don't know. They said it's hard to fight when you start sleeping in silk sheet.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, when you're in those little cotton sheets, it's easy to get up and go to work out and you don't got a bed spread. But when you start making $100 million and you're sleeping in silk and satin and all these good things, like, that'll kind of make it. You can call me lazy all you want. You gave me $100 million.
Right. They said that about Conor McGregor after he fought Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah. You could tell who cares. If the money matters to some people and some people it doesn't.
That is so true. It's a very good point.
I had a guy call me for the Hall of Fame, and he was asking me about Olin Kreutz and different guys, should they deserve to go and all this other stuff. And then he asked me, do I think I deserve to go? And I said, well, yeah, if you look at what I did so early, in my early part of the career before my injury, I was on pace to being that, like, I was unblockable. What I
Absolutely.
felt to him, what he said. So
steps up, down he goes, and the play made by Tommie Harris. What a stop.
He started talking about my numbers. And I said, well, let me tell you this. I said, man, if you put a cheetah in Alaska and grade his hunting, how do you think he'll perform? And I said, if the NFL started to measure a barometer of how they base these athletes, you take me from the South my whole life and put me in the snow and ask me to rush a quarterback outside. Yeah. And then you compare my stats to guys that play in domes and play in the hot sun all day and look at their numbers.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. What if you played in Detroit or Minnesota, for example?
If I get the proper footing, I can't be stopped.
Gosh,
you put me on any good field with a good turf, I'm going to tear up. You put me in Soldier Field, that's the worst field. Soldier and Hines is the worst field to work on.
Just kept playing. He was on the ground a couple of times trying to get his footing, and he just kept playing and then saves what could have been an easy touchdown.
We hope you enjoyed that interview with Tommie Harris. You can find more about Tommie by visiting the websites in the description. For more VonAllen Sports content, please subscribe and click the bell icon. And don't forget, we're live every Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern.
I had to learn to stay down on my Sports.